My name is AJ Case. I own Silver Sun Productions and SSP Events. My company does songwriting, live music, plus DJs, band bookings, film production, studio recordings, audio mastering, and also artist development, all the way to venue. I've been in the music industry for about 12 years. In our business, we encounter very creative people, all from all different walks of life. We encounter people that are purely just singers, and we encounter people that sing plus they play instruments, all the way to people that just want to be on the production side of it or the lighting side of it. I've encountered all different aspects of the music industry in the last 12 years. Normally, when I sit down and work with someone, it's usually on either one separate project or one project or event that I have in mind. We get along. Like, you have to make sure that everyone around you understands that you're the boss and you follow the chain of command. I would say one particular instance is there was a time I had a duo project, and I had a drummer in this project, and the actual duo is made up of two people, a guitar player plus a singer, and a drummer or a rhythm section is what most people would call it. Well, this drummer really wasn't getting the timing signatures down, the meter of the songs, the performance aspect was not there. Also, what I actually did was, when I saw that he was unable to do the job, I sat down with him and tried to give him some comforting in this position, and told him exactly what it is that I needed him to do, and then gave him basically the option of trying again or seeing if we could do something else with him. So he chose to actually try to do the job again. So that's what he did. So a couple of weeks went by, and there was some slight problems with the performance still. So I actually had to take him off of that project and put him in another project that was not so developed, that was already not booking in front of audiences and stuff like that, so he could actually have time to learn the way that he wanted to do it versus the way that the person in front of him did. So now he has time and room to grow. And I would say that was probably the best move that I could have made, because it really worked out for him. Basically, he felt like the entire pressure of the world was on his shoulders, and it was at that point, because that's what that position held. But by making that slight adjustment, which he's still in the same position, he's still a drummer, he's just in another group that is not as developed, so they're all it was very successful for our company. It definitely helped us when it came down to profit, because now we were able to get somebody into that position that was able to do the job, and then we were also able to get another group ready, up and going, and get his confidence and comfort level up. So now we have both of those groups out making money. I think the way that I've grown and the lesson that I've learned from this experience is that there's really no such thing as disposable people. There is just different opportunities that people could take or either not take. But there's also different ways of getting the best out of people, versus sometimes you might need someone to just be simply a drummer, and it might not work in that situation, and it doesn't mean that that person should be terminated. There might be a different way that you could do things that still might work out. And I assume that that's what I've learned and took away from this particular subject anyway. That things could definitely work out for the better if you think outside of the box versus always thinking inside the box. Yeah, and if you take the time to find a person's strengths instead of focusing on their weaknesses, then there's a lot more opportunity there for that person to flourish in the environment that you put them in. By putting my employees in a position where we can utilize their strengths and have them in their comfort zone, I think it's only inevitably good for the company that that happens, because then you have someone that wants to stay with the company versus not feeling right in their position or feeling like they're missing their calling. I think that's the better way to go, just because of the simple fact that they get a chance to feel like they're a part of a bigger picture, which is mostly what most of us are trying to accomplish in our lives, in our professional career, is to feel like we're being navigated to something bigger. And with that particular kind of drive, and if you're working with a company that encourages that, I think that will make you want to stay with the company more and hopefully not go to a competitor. I think that's the best way to go. Really. From the company's perspective, it decreases turnovers when you can turn a negative into a positive. We definitely don't want our employees out searching out other companies, and also we also want to try to keep our employees happy. So when everyone's happy, the productivity increases, and that keeps our company at a competitive advantage. Especially in today's marketplace where everything's changing, it's important that you have the right people in the right positions. That's the only way that your company is going to make it. And there's an old saying that a company is only as good as the people working for it, and I think that's 100% true.